night together hanging out. Oh, yeah, it's a late night stream. If you are on the West Coast, happy Sunday. If you are on the East Coast, happy Monday. If you are in the middle of the country, then whatever time it is for you. Thank you guys for being here. I'm going to let the people load in while we chit chat. I have some bones to pick. I have some pet peeves. I had a long weekend. I have things to go over. I went to the Saturday night premiere. I went to a screening of It's Inside You. Is that what it's called? It's What's Inside. It's What's Inside. It was actually very good. I just have a hard time remembering the name of the movie. I went to a 1-year-old's birthday party. I went to lunch with Grammy. I went to a goodbye party for somebody who's leaving LA. I had a lot of conversations, and I have some qualms with the universe. So you want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. Streamlabs.com. Oh, and I filmed for Real Rejects, my first live inside. Live inside. I'm thinking about what's inside. It's What's Inside. Whatever. I filmed my first live Real Reject stream with Tara. It went really well. It was a long weekend. I mean, it wasn't a long weekend, like technically. It was a normal length weekend. I just jam-packed a lot in. And I'm partially closing it out with you guys, but really I am going to work until 3 in the morning. But I'm going to be here with you guys for probably 20, 30 minutes. So streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, super chat in. If you watched my last stream, you know what your girl is attempting to do right now. The goal in life is to be busy. Busy. I need to be busy because I have to book more work. I need to be out of the house more. I need to be meeting more people. I need things to be going faster for me than they are right now. I need to be making more money. I need to be more seen. I need to be more successful. I guess these are things that I want. Some of them are what I want. Some of them is what I need. And I'm just trying a different method. I know I already work pretty hard, but I'm going to go all out, balls out. I had a Saturday meeting with my manager. I can't get into specifics, but a lot of you guys know I was waiting for news last week. Bad news came in, not good news. So just need to work even harder, even faster, even stronger, even more all the time. That's me. I'm a yes girl. If somebody asks me to go to something, I'm saying yes. Yes, I will be there. So all that. But then I also want to talk about some pet peeves that came up because I'm now out in public all the time and people are doing shit that is really pissing me off. So we'll talk about it. Shout out to John Get Bent, who sent in Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Thank you for being our first Streamlabs of the day. He actually sent this in at 2 in the morning. He said, no need to read on air. Okay, then I will read it after the fact. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. And whatever it is, I'll read it later. Dan Stryer said, Roxy, Team Stryer, thank you so much. Appreciate you, my dude. I love that you said Team Erickson when you came on. After I was like, that's my guy. They were probably like, what is happening here for the Tara and Roxy stream? So that. Okay. Everybody in the Streamlabs, send in something that irks you or that you just wish didn't exist, or send in whatever you want. We can do a lot of different things on tonight's show. So, something that happened today. I go to take Grammy to lunch. I go and pick her up. We're about to have a beautiful lunch. We go to this Italian restaurant. It's outside. That is relevant for this next part of the story. We are sitting outside and eating our meal, enjoying our lives, and these two couldn't have been above 21-year-old boys walked into the restaurant. But when I say in, I mean outside on the porch. And they smell so strongly of Axe body spray that my food started tasting like Axe body spray, and I legitimately couldn't fucking eat it. Like they had bathed in it. And I need like people to be reminded of a couple of things. Number one, I don't know anybody who likes the smell of Axe body spray anymore. I'm trying to remember when I was in high school if that was cute, like if we thought that was hot. I know so many guys used Axe body spray, but I feel like they used it instead of showering. And that's what I think still happens. Like, what really even is a body spray? It's not a cologne and it's not deodorant, it's a body spray. And people just like, but you know the smell I'm talking about. We all know what Axe body spray smells like. And if you use Axe body spray, I'm not trying to come for you right now. Think about switching it or using a very minimal amount because the smell is so strong that Grammy at 97 was like, what is that? And then it stayed lingering. They went to their own table, but the entire time the smell was so strong that it was stronger than the smell of my chicken piccata. My butter lemon caper sauce did not smell strong enough to get rid of the Axe body spray smell that was in my mouth. And legitimately, I couldn't eat it. And I was like, I think something's wrong with my food. And then I took it home because I couldn't eat it. And I just had it for dinner and it was delicious. So there was nothing. And I didn't say to the waiter something was wrong with my food. There was nothing wrong with my food. It was the Axe body spray. I just can't think of a scenario if you aren't 14 years old that it's a good move. And it was just like doused. I mean, it's just the smell is so fucking strong. And I have a sensitive nose, but like I like a cologne. I like a nice cologne. You put a little cologne on your neck, maybe a little on your wrists. But when when you walk into a room, nobody should smell you no matter what scent you are. If you hug somebody, they should smell you. But if you walk, it's not even an enclosed room. If you walk into an outdoor space, no one from more than a foot away should be able to smell you. That's crazy. Blech. Just vile. It's one of my pet peeves for the evening. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. Thank you to John Get Bent and thank you to my guy Lloyd Nance for the Streamlabs so far. We also have Mike Joyce in the house. Yes, Mike Joyce. He says, a pet peeve of mine is people who ride their bikes in the middle of the street when sidewalks are available. I live in the suburbs and this is very annoying to me. I hear you so much. Number one, y'all aren't going to like this, but people who ride bikes in general are a pet peeve for me. Sorry I said it. I've never ridden a bike. I don't know how. So I'm obviously very biased on this one. On top of that, I know multiple people who've gotten hit on their bikes, and I know a couple of people who have died from riding a bike because cars and bikes aren't meant to live together, and it's fucking sad and stressful and all of those things. So that is brutal. But to be 100% honest with you, Mike, I think you're not allowed to ride on the sidewalk. I don't think bikes are allowed to go on the sidewalk legally. Somebody check me if I'm wrong about that. I could be wrong about it, but I don't think you're allowed to do that. I think you have to legally ride in the street. I live back home in the burbs as well. In LA, I don't. But in the burbs, people do ride on the sidewalk, but I don't know that they're supposed to or allowed to. So that. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. Thank you to Mike. Thank you to Stan Striar. Thank you to John Get Bent. Thank you to everybody sending in these Streamlabs and super chats right now. I want to hear pet peeves from you. I have a few more written down. Don't you worry. I'll get to them. John Get Bent sent in another one who said, all the schools I went to as a kid banned body sprays. Oh my God. Nova Scotia was very allergy and health conscious before it was cool. Oh my God. That is amazing. I think that's incredible. So I went today to my friend David and Ritza. Ritza came on the show during the pandemic. They have 3 kids who call me Auntie Roxy. I love them so much. My little nephews and niece. And their daughter today turned 1. So I was over there for her birthday party. And David is a teacher, and he told me that at his school, they banned cell phones from the entire school now. you're not allowed to be on your cell phone. And that it's actually like unbelievable for the kids. He's seeing at lunch, everybody's chatting with each other again, talking to one another. Nobody's just scrolling. And I feel like this is so important. Just that's not what you were talking about. You're talking about banning body spray, but schools can do shit like that. Ban things. I don't think you should ban everything, but cell phones, especially as all these studies are coming out about smartphones and what they do to your development when you are below 14, if you have a smartphone, that's some scary shit. The one thing that is a bummer, though, this is what came to my mind. I didn't say it out loud to him, but this is when I was telling the story to Grammy. Grammy's like, good, they shouldn't have phones. The one thing I thought about is what's so unfortunate is that there are so many school shootings now that if I was a parent, I don't think I would feel comfortable with my kid not having a cell phone. Like, I would want them to have a cell phone with them. I wouldn't want them to take it out unless it was an emergency, but I wouldn't want them to not have a phone on them. So sad that we have to fucking think like that. Streamlabs.com/Roxy super chat in, send in the pet peeves. I have a couple things I listed to tell you guys about. And then I'll talk a little bit about my weekend also, but send in things from you guys. Another thing I really hate when people say, when you guys are talking about something and the person says, I'd kill myself if that happened to me. I'm sure I'm guilty of doing this before, but it's so fucked up. Like, if you're in a room full of people and you don't know everybody's story and somebody says something about, like, I don't know, an STD or like any kind of thing that like you wouldn't necessarily want, and then somebody says, I'd kill myself if that happened to me. You don't know everybody's story, so you don't know. Or like if somebody's like, if you're talking about a movie that you've seen and maybe somebody's sibling died in the movie and you'd be like, I'd kill myself if that happened to me. It's just like not a good expression. It's so overused. And I hear people say it all the time. Like, oh, if whatever happened to this celebrity happened to me, I'd kill myself if that happened to me. Like, oh, can we find a new phrase? It's not right. It's not nice. And it probably hurts somebody in the room's feelings. Maybe. Because even if everybody's your friend, you just don't be out here knowing everybody's stories. We have to remember that. I don't like that. I don't like that ish. Is anybody with me on that one? Or are you guys like, no, I don't really get that one? Andrew Thomas in the super chat says, hey, Roxy, my pet peeve is that I don't like the smell from people smoking cigarettes and pot. Pot smell is so strong for me. I can't take it. Andrew, where do you smell people smoking pot? You mean like if you go over to somebody's house and they've been smoking pot inside? Or do you mean if somebody walks by you on the street and they're smoking pot? Or in what scenario do you not like it? Because I find that cigarette smoke stays for a really long time, but pot smoke goes pretty quickly. So, yeah, but pot does smell like skunk. I just love it. But I hear you, truly. But like also if somebody smokes cigarettes, usually when they come inside, I've never met a person who smokes cigarettes. When they come inside, they don't smell like cigarettes. And my cigarette smoking friends, and when I used to have cigarettes, I used to be like, I don't smell. I washed my hands. I sprayed. I don't smell. Trust me, you smell. Not one person on the planet who smokes cigarettes doesn't smell like cigarettes after smoking a cigarette. Not one. Not a one. So that. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Super chat in. Send in your pet peeves. I've got some more. Okay. So this weekend, I turned into a little bit of a Karen because I was very annoyed because my siblings bought me these really nice sunglasses for my birthday one year. They're Versace sunglasses. Expensive as fuck. And one of the legs of them is, I keep them in a case, and one of the legs of them has come loose. But it's not like a screwdriver situation because there's a thing over it. So they got them for me at Sunglass Hut. So I was like, okay, let me go to Sunglass Hut because when you get sunglasses there, they repair them for free for life. So not like if you shatter a glass, but if something's broken, like that they can fix, they fix it. So I bring them to, on a Saturday night, what I did was I brought my sunglasses into Sunglass Hut. And when I went in there, I was like, hey, these are the glasses. This is what's wrong. And he was like, oh, okay. What happened? And I was like, nothing happened. And I had them in the case. And I was like, I keep them in the case. And he was like, oh, that's the problem. And I was like, what's the problem? He's like, if you keep them in the case, sometimes they warp. I was like, well, these are the case they came in. Why would that warp them? He's like, I don't know. It just happens. I was like, okay, well, that doesn't make sense. But I was told that you guys can fix them. So can you fix them? And he was like, yes, we can. If we have the part, which we don't. So, and I was like, can you order the part? And he's like, yes, we could if the part still was available, which it's not. So, and I was like, so what would we do here? And he was like, well, we could fix them if we had the part. I was like, oh, so can I buy the part somewhere else? And he's like, no, because if you buy the part somewhere else, we can't fix them here. We can only buy them if you order them through us. I was like, oh, so can I order the part through you guys? He said, well, you could if we had them, but we don't have that part, so you can't. It was one of those like, is anybody fucking listening to this? And I was like, so what do I do here? He's like, oh, well, what you need to do is order the part with us so we can fix them, but we don't have the part. So we're going back and forth, like around circle. I was like, if I leave them overnight, can you see if there's somebody who can maybe help? A manager, somebody who has like specializes in the Versace sunglasses. He was like, oh no, we don't take them overnight. But if you wanted to, you could bring them back tomorrow. I said, oh, would that help? And he said, well, I won't be here tomorrow. I said, is there somebody here tomorrow who can help me? He's like, well, they could if we could order the part, but we can't order it. So, and I said, so essentially, you're just telling me I need to throw away these sunglasses because they don't stay on my head anymore because this leg is loose. So you're telling me I need to throw them away. He said, you said that, not me. Here's the pet peeve. If you can't fucking do anything, don't keep me talking. Say, so sorry. I actually cannot help you. There's nothing that can be done. You're going to have to toss the sunglasses because there's nothing we can do. If you can't do anything, say that. Why for 20 minutes? Are we going back and forth? And I still know nothing could be done. The sunglasses are 5 years old, which is pretty old, which is pretty new for sunglasses that are like $500 fucking dollars. They should last you forever. And Sunglass Hut says that they do. They say we repair them. But it's not new enough that they still have those legs, I guess. Really fucking annoying. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Striker. And like, why would you guys give them to me in a case that would work them? What are we talking about? What the fuck? The fuck? How, who, what, when, where, why, how? Yeah, I was thinking about bringing them to a Versace store to see, but I didn't buy them in the Versace store. We got them at Sunglass Hut, so I don't know how that works. Maybe I could say that I got them at the Versace store. I don't know. Be annoyed. If you can't help me, say, sorry, we can't help you. Because what the fuck? Thanks to John Get Bent, Mike Joyce, Stan Stryer, and again, John Get Bent, plus Andrew Thomas for the Streamlabs so far. We're only here for 5 more minutes, so send them in. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Please and thank you. Appreciate you guys. Send in your Streamlabs, your support, your thoughts. What are your pet peeves? Okay, I think I had another one on this list. When people say they'll call you back in a minute, and it is not close to a minute. Like if you call somebody and they text you, I'll call you back in a minute. And then it's 3 hours later. If you say you're going to call me back in a minute, I'm not going to make any other phone calls. I'm not going to go back into, I'm going to sit and wait. If you say I'm going to call you back in a minute, I'm thinking that's 5 minutes tops. Don't tell me you're going to call me back in a minute. And then you call me in 30 minutes. I've been fucking sitting, and by that point, I'm done. Your minute has passed. I hate when people are not respectful with other people's time. You guys know it's a huge pet peeve of mine. Call you back in a minute means I'll call you back in a minute. Could you tell me that if you're gonna call me back in an hour? If you're gonna call me in an hour, say I'm gonna call you in an hour. Or say I'll call you later. Not I'll call you back in a minute. Why do people be saying that? That pisses me off. That pisses me the fuck off. That's my mini list of pet peeves. Streamlabs in, super chat in. Only here for a few more minutes because I got to get to some work. Greg Alba is texting me about social media. I got to get some stuff in. I got to do my jobs. This is part of my job, but I got to do my other jobs. Okay, cool. Cool. Good talk, friends. Yeah, that's pretty much it. No, I have a million and one more pet peeves. Like my brother makes this sound that I hate that I've told you guys about with his mouth. It's like or whatever, and I fucking hate it. Ugh. Pet peeve. Huge pet peeve. When people throw gum out the window, somebody's gonna step on that and it's gonna ruin their day. Big fucking pet peeve. Don't do shit like that. Those are the pet peeves. Well, shout out to you guys. Thanks for being here with me on this Sunday. What do you guys have going on this week? Let's go over what happened this last weekend and this week before we get out of here. Send in final support. So this last weekend, like I said, I went to What's Inside. It's going to be coming to Netflix. It's like a thriller kind of movie, but a really cool premise. I don't want to give anything away, but it's a really cool premise. In the first 20 minutes, I was like, am I going to like this? It's really stylized, but then it just gets awesome. Gangbusters, so good. So I did that Friday night with my friend Jess, and then I went and met up with my friend Juliana. If you guys don't know my friend Juliana Tucker, she makes amazing pop music. Go download her stuff. And then on Saturday, what did I do yesterday? Real Rejects live stream and saw Grammy for a while. And then last night, I went with Ashley to the mall to fix my sunglasses and to buy a present for the baby who turned 1 today. Today, I went to the birthday party. Then I went and took Grammy to lunch. That's when the axe incident happened. Then my friend Corinne, who starred in Always Lola with me as my sister, she's moving out of LA. So I went to her goodbye party. I posted on my Instagram story. So sad she's going, but she is. It happens all the time in LA. It's so hard to have people leave here, but it's just gotten so crazy here. It's crazy expensive. It's just crazy here. So she's leaving. And then I came back and I worked and then I did this. And now I'm going to continue to work. And then tomorrow, what's on tap for me? Streamlabs in for final minutes of the show. Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, I am meeting with interns in the morning. Then I'm going to Real Rejects to film. And then on Tuesday, I am doing Christian Harloff Show live. And then on Wednesday, I am doing World Girls at Night. And on Thursday, I'm filming Real Rejects again. Oh, sorry, Wednesday, I'm seeing The Joker in the day. So look out for a review of mine also. Then World Girls at Night. I'll talk about it there. Thursday, Real Rejects. Friday was supposed to be Only Stupid Answers, but with DJ's baby, not exactly sure if we're going to start taping yet or what we're going to do. So I'll keep you guys posted. And then I'll be live at the Roxy a couple of times this week as well. Yes, darlings. That is it. That is all. Watching a lot of TV. Maybe we'll do a TV stream. Not liking Letterboxd anymore than I was. Patriots woof. And those are some of the things. So, yeah. All right, my loves. Wow, what is happening here? Just let it ride. If you're watching after the fact, feel free to stream Labs in. I'll read it for the next show, like some of you guys did for today. Other than that, I hope you have an amazing week. I will be here with you guys. And stay safe, stay sane, put down the toilet seat and lid. We don't want those buffoons to trauma the Holocaust. Justice for all of the people who have lost their lives due to excessive force. My body, my choice, wherever around the rainbow. We love you. We stand with the women of Iran, some of the bravest women we've ever seen. Golden sparkles for the Zen one himself. And we have another Streamlabs coming through right now. Let's see what happened in here. I think it is Mike Joyce. It's refreshing, he said. Tough loss for the Patriots today. Whew. But at least it was good for the 49ers on my fantasy team. Ugh. Did Dorina call and text you to gloat yet? No. What is there to gloat about? The Patriots are really bad this season. Also, is Corinne quitting acting? She was so good in Always Lola. It'd be a shame she's no longer acting. I know she is so good. No, I don't think so. I think she's going to be doing self-tapes from where she's going. But, things change in life. And you can only do as much as you can do at the time. So, but that's hers to speak more on. All right. More on always sounds like moron. Another pet peeve of mine. Thanks for the questions. Appreciate you. Later.